Hello and welcome back to my channel, Craft Time by Casey. I am Casey, and today this is the beautiful pendant necklace that I will be making. Most of the components came from the Autumn Showcase Sunrise treasure bag. And if you're interested in the treasure bags, and I definitely think you should be, I don't know that I could stress it enough, please look in the description box below and I will have all the information that you need there. Also, keep in mind, she does not have a monthly subscription. What she has is a notification list. If you sign up with your email address to be notified, a few days before she releases her treasure bag, she sends out an email letting you know that it's coming and the exact time and date. And that is a good thing because they sell out very, very quickly. So you definitely want to be notified when it's coming. So if you would like to see how this pendant necklace came about, then stay tuned. I'm going to start off with the tools that I will be using. I have 2 sets of chain nose pliers, 1 set of round nose pliers, 1 set of cutters, and 1 set of crimping pliers. And I want to briefly mention my tool set. It is the Casual Comfort tool set, and as the name suggests, these tools are incredibly comfortable to use. And for me, a lot of it has to do with the size. As you can see, they are just a little bit bigger. For whatever reason, a lot of times jewelry making tools will be like this, just a little bit smaller, and they never seem to really fit my hands. And ever since I found these tools, genuinely can't imagine using anything else. You can see the handles are quite a bit larger as well. They're just really comfortable. So I will have these tools linked down below along with everything I use in the video that did not come from the treasure bag. I am also using 49 strand bead along wire in the color Bright, which is this silver color. And I always get the 100 feet just because I go through it so quickly. And I know you can see a lot of the metal down here, or all of it as it were, is bronze, but you'll see once I put it together that you won't even be able to tell that the wire is silver. I will also link down below the opening video I did for the treasure bag, and it will have a detailed description of everything that I use that came from the bag. And the big thing I'm going to focus on with this necklace that I'm about to make is the pendant. And I have it in my mind, and as you can see, I've already made this half, and we're gonna do this half together, and of course the main drop in the center. There's gonna be a little embellishment across here. I have it all in my head, and I'm super excited, but this is gonna be the main focus. I just love this chandelier pendant. So the first thing we're gonna do is make the strand that's gonna go off of either side of the pendant, and that'll be fairly quick, and then we will focus on that pendant. So here is how I start the strand. Going to put on a crimp tube, a jump ring, and a guardian wire. I'm gonna put it through one side, wrap it around, put it through the other, just like that. And you wanna make sure that jump ring is up in that guardian wire, and then you have both ends of the wire through that crimp tube. And I'm gonna pinch the guardian wire closed with my fingers, and I'm gonna pull the longer end just a little bit because I don't need the tail quite that long. And I know these parts are quite small, but you want the wire spread apart like that so that they are not crossed under the crimp tube. I'm gonna get my crimping pliers, go into that second divot, give it a good smash, get that taco shape, turn it on its side, go into that first divot, give it another smash, and then go in with that flat part on the end and give it the final smash, and that makes it nice and snug. Now I'm gonna hold it on the end like this, get that crimp cover, put it right on top of that smash crimp tube, just like that, and flip it up, go in with my chain nose pliers and give it a gentle smash. And then I'm gonna go front to back on that crimp cover, bend down the edges to give it a round shape. And that is how we start the strand. So now it's simply the order of the beads. And I want to start with these 4mm pearls that came in the treasure bag. And I will say this just as a heads up, it can be difficult, but it does work to get the tail to go through that bead. But like I said, it will definitely work just like that. When you get beads on here, that crimp cover kind of gives the illusion of the first bead. So it's really nice. And I really love these large flower bead caps. I just think these are so cool. And we're using a lot of these crystals that have that kind of twist on it. As you can see, I leaned into the green beads that came in the treasure bag. You can see on here, this is my wedding ring. I've said it on my channel multiple times. Green is my favorite color. Emerald green in particular, and I know these beads aren't really emerald, but I absolutely, I'm not kidding when I say green is my favorite color. So when I saw this treasure bag, I definitely leaned into the green beads. And from my own stash, I'm using these flower bead caps. So this right here is how the strand is gonna start off, and I just think they're so beautiful, those crystal beads. And then 3 of the barrel beads, just like this. And that is the centerpiece right there. Another one of those crystal beads, really pretty. 3 more of those column beads. And then we're gonna put this here again that we have on this end right here. Now, one big difference is I'm gonna use this kind of traditional diamond shape one as opposed to the twist one, the kind of round shape. So here is the strand. I love how beautifully reflective these beads are. I just think it's beautiful. So here we go. And now we're gonna close it off. Put on a crimp tube, jump ring, wire guardian. And of course, after you put it through the first side, you wrap it around, put it through the other side. And when you have the jump ring up in that wire guardian, you can pinch it closed with your fingers. And you wanna make sure that crimp tube has both sides of the wire through it. You can pull it down. And now you wanna put the end of that wire through the first couple of beads. And I think I'll just put it through that first pearl, and that's it. And pull it down. And here's where you wanna have that balance, because you definitely wanna pull it pretty snug, right? You don't want any gaps between the beads, but you also don't want it too snug because you do want some flexibility in your strand. So it needs to be kind of balanced. And I'm gonna go in with my crimping pliers into that second divot and give it a good smash. Get that taco shape, turn it on its side, go into the first divot, give it another smash. And it's pretty good, but you wanna go in with that flat part on the end, give it the final smash. That gets it really snug. I'm gonna hold it like this, get that crimp cover, put it right on top of that smash crimp tube, just like that. Then flip it up, go in there with my chain nose pliers, give it a gentle smash. And this part is always hard to see, but I am gonna go front to back on the edges. Give it the round shape, just like that. Then I want to get as close as I can, cut off the tail. Then I just take my nail and kind of shove it into that bead cap, that little nub. And there it is. Very, very pretty. I love these beads. So now you need 2 of these. You need 2 of these just like this. So if you need to go back into the video and watch it again, feel free, or you can kind of have this to look at to make the second one. All right, here we go. So these are going to be kind of the bottom of the necklace, kind of like this, with the pendant hanging off the front of it. So for now, we're gonna set these 2 aside so we can work on the pendant. So as you can see, I've already connected half of the components that are going to be hanging off this chandelier, and there are 5 of them. There's also going to be 5 on this side. I've made 4 of them. And then there's going to be one kind of longer one hanging off the middle. So here are the components. I use a ball end pin, and here's the component. I have the pearl, one of those column beads, and right there a seed bead, and the seed bead came from my own stash. That is an 11-0 seed bead. I'm going to use my round nose pliers, go in just above that seed bead at the top, just like that. Bend it like that. Bend it around the round nose pliers with my fingers. You can see it's got that loop started on the top. I'm going to go in with my cutters, kind of up in that loop just a little bit. Cut it off. And now I'm going to go back in there with my round nose pliers and simply curl the loop closed, just like that. So very simple component, and you will need 10 of them. So as they're hanging off, I don't have anything off the top two. Now this, of course, the one at the top is going to be the one connected to the necklace chain. So these two here on the side are going to be empty on either side. Take a 4mm jump ring, open it. Don't put anything on that one right in the center. I skipped that one in the center and went right into the next one. Put that component on there and close it. So just like that, as you can see, I skipped that one in the center, and I'm going to put the next 4 on the next 4 loops. All right, so here it is. Got 5 on either side, and you can see that one in the middle is empty. And again, it's just so pretty. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, so here's what we're going to do to the center. So I'm using the chain that came in the box. It's that hammered texture cable chain. And I cut a section of just 5 links of that chain. And I'm on the last link of that 5. And I'm going to open that link. And I'm connecting the center loop of the pendant directly to that link, just like that. And then I'm going to close that link. So now in the center, you should have that length of chain. So I'm going to be using this owl pendant as well. I couldn't not use it. It's absolutely beautiful. It is so cool. And it opens up. And really, like I said in the opening, you can put anything you like on the inside. For me, I'm going to put in one of these crystals that came in the box, because when you close it, it fits it nicely, and then you have that subtle sparkle of green inside the pendant to match the rest of the necklace. And I just think that looks so cool. And now I'm going to take a 6mm jump ring, open it, and where this pendant closes here at the top, I'm going to go ahead and put it on this 6mm jump ring, kind of locking it closed. So then I'm going to take the last link on that length of chain and put it on that jump ring right there and close the jump ring. And there it is so far. Oh my goodness, it's just getting prettier and prettier. I just think that is so beautiful. And of course it's not done. I'm going to add one more step to it. And I have another pin, and this time it really doesn't matter what kind of pin, because I'm going to cut that end off. So I just needed a piece of like solid wire, kind of like a pin is. So on one end, I'm going to make a loop, and I want it to be kind of decently bigger than I normally would make it for like the ones I made on the rest of the pendant here. So I'm going to go on the end, bend it back a little, and then curl it around. And before I curl it all the way closed, you can kind of see how much I have here. I'm going to put it through the top loop right here of this pendant. And then once you do that, you're going to go back in and curl it all the way closed. Just like that, where you have a loop closed around that part there at the edge. And there are the beads in the component. I have a seed bead from my own stash on either side, column beads, and then the 4mm pearl. And it's going to go across like this. On the other end of that component, I'm going to go in about the same way, so the loops are the same. Bend it back around with my fingers. I want to kind of test to make sure it's the right size. And then I'm going to go in that loop with my cutters, cut off the end, and then put it through the other side. just like that. And then go back in with my round nose pliers and curl it closed. Just like that on the other side. So now it goes across. So here is the whole pendant. I just love it. I absolutely love it. I think that is beautiful. Okay, sorry. Making jewelry makes me very excited. So now we have all the pieces to our necklace and we're gonna put them together. So the way I'm gonna put mine together, the side with the round diamond, kind of a traditional round diamond, is gonna go up, and the round twisted ones are gonna be the ones that are towards the bottom. And I'm gonna use the jump ring that's already on both strands. Open it, put it on the loop on the corner, just like that, and close it. And then connect the other side the same way. And there it is. Oh, that's so pretty. And I'm gonna use the jump ring that's already on the other side. Open it. Add the last link of the chain, and it's just about 4 inches. Close it. Grab one more 4mm jump ring. Add it to the opposite last link. And then we're going to put on our lobster clasp, just like that. Close it. And you're going to add the chain to the other side the same way, except instead of a lobster clasp, you're going to put a 6mm jump ring. So just like that, and we'll connect them. And there's our clasp. And there's our necklace. All right, so I'm gonna set this up on the display so we can see it better. All right, so here it is, and I just love it. I am so excited with how this turned out. I absolutely love the green beads that came in this treasure bag, the crystals. I just think they're beautiful. And of course, all the bronze metal, it just, the bead caps. I absolutely love this chandelier. I said it in the opening. I don't know why this just jumps out at me, but I kind of knew in my head that something with this was coming. I love this locket. And of course, with that green crystal in there, it's just kind of a subtle hint of the rest of the color on this necklace. It's just beautiful. So once again, if you are interested in the treasure bags, I will have all the information in the description box below. I definitely think you should go check it out. You want to sign up to be notified for when she releases her treasure bags. Otherwise, like I have before, you will miss it. And you can catch it maybe, 3 or 4 days after she releases it and it's already sold out. So you definitely want to be notified so that you know it's coming. So if you like this video and you want to see other videos just like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and give me a like. Leave a comment. I absolutely love reading my comments. You guys are so kind, and I definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.